Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Meow. Paris. I love you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria. On this channel, I teach a lot of yoga. I talk about living in France as an expat, and we just have a great time with my cat, Alaska, who's currently eating my palm tree on my balcony. I'm going to have a special video for you today. I'm on my balcony because it's beautiful. It's nice outside. You can kind of see behind me Paris. And today I'm going to talk about how to be French, how to apply for a French passport, what you gotta do, and let me tell you, it's a pain in the ass. So let's get started. Let me tell you everything you need to know to be a legal citizen in French land. So I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to get your French nationality. Let's drink to that because, you know, there's a lot of work. So the first thing that you need to know is that there's a crap ton of paperwork to do. What I've done is I have been here for almost 6 years, so basically 6, and I've applied for naturalization. Kitten, don't go there. Yeah, he loves to climb things. Naturalization. Naturalization is what I did. So basically what that is you wait either your 5 or 6 years in France and you can start to apply for a French nationality. If you've been here for 2 years and if you have done an école supérieure, école supérieure basically is a really French bougie way to say that you finished your either your university or MBA, or I think it's master's programs, then you can also apply for naturalization because you kind of contribute to French society. The other way is that after 5 or 6 years, you can start to apply for your French naturalization, is what I did. Some of you may know from my channel and from other videos that you have all of the links up above. I was paxed. I think my camera is like super low. 1 second. So I was paxed for about 4 years or 3 years out of the 6 that I've been here. Paxing is basically just also another really fancy way to say you were in a civil union with someone. I'm no longer in that situation, but if you want to know how to become a madam or how to get paxed or all of that, please go ahead and check out that video that should pop up right now. What I did was that I just started applying, so I'm at the stage of getting my French passport where I literally, there's a baby crying. I'm at the stage of getting my French passport where I literally gathered all of my documents, and now what I'm doing is I'm just waiting to send them off. I'm waiting for, I think, one more piece of paper, I think, to translate something else, but yeah, basically I'm almost there. The list of documents is extensive. You can find the list of documents at any kind of website. I usually try to find a French government website where they say, you know, this is the documents you need for naturalization. The first thing that you really need to think about is your FBI check if you're coming from the United States or if you have been in the country for less than 10 years. This usually takes a little bit of time. I was really fortunate because I went back to the US and got my fingerprints taken and did all of that, so you never know, maybe I'm a double agent. So you get those taken, and basically the Federal Bureau of Investigation, they send you a document stating that you haven't been incarcerated or you haven't killed someone or you're not bad to society and bad to French society. Then you need your birth certificate, obviously. You also need lots of other documents. So I have a list. I'll just be right back. Let me go get the list. Okay, I got my list. I'm going to read everything you need to get your French passport. Start off with, and this is something that I really found really cool, is that I like to print off kind of a list that I need just so I can make sure to have everything, because the French administration, if you know anything about France, it's so long and it's so difficult and they always ask for something more. Like, it's never the end. So first, you would need 2 formulas of a SURFA number 12753 #02. Go to anywhere you want on the Get a French Passport and they will have these documents for you. They're available to everyone. You need 2 copies, just get 4 copies of everything. So just, you know, when I say 2, just get 4. It's better that way, really. Usually when you're here after 5 or 6 years only, that's when naturalization happens, or as I said before, after 2, if you finish a superior university or master's program, you need to send everything in by mail. So they ask you to get like a really big package, that's 500 grams, and you have to do a lettre récépissée. So in France that means a letter that's followed through and that guarantees it just in case. So that's something that you need. You need 2 photos of identity, so you can get them at a guichet in a metro or something like that. It's super easy. You need your passport, obviously. 55 euro of a timbre fiscal. What is a timbre fiscal? It's kind of like a way to pay the government. And the way you can get those, you can go to a tabac store or anywhere and just kind of, they give you, you pay that money and they give you like a receipt with a QR code on them, and that's basically what you mail in. It's a timbre fiscal. You need your copy of your titre de séjour. So depending on your status, basically mine is a talent passport, or it's like a carte de séjour for work. So I have, thanks to my company, thank you again, any L'Orealians, if you're looking at this, thank you, manager, really, thank you, L'Oreal. Basically you have, I have like a carte de séjour for my work, that's valid for 4 years. Before I had a family card, a carte de séjour familiale, so you can also get that if you're either paxed or married. You can have a student carte de séjour, so really any carte de séjour that you have that allows you to live in the country. Justification of your national état civil de nationalité, so basically what makes you legally. So birth certificate. You need an apostille for this birth certificate, so basically you need to prove that this document is official and that this document is real. This is for American people. I'm not sure how it works in other countries, but for us Americans, you go to your state. So I went to colorado.gov and I asked them for my apostille. I had to mail in some stuff because COVID is happening right now, and so I couldn't really go there in person. But you mail in some stuff and they get back to you. I think you can do it via MoneyGram as the money order because they don't do anything by PayPal or anything like that. But so you need an apostille for that. All the documents stating the marriage, the birth certificate, or the death of your parents. And if you modified your name, any documents that prove that you modified your name. Please keep in mind that all of this has to be translated by an official translator in France. You have to have like a sworn official tampon that these documents are treated by the agency and that you can use them as a legal purpose. So make sure that your agency can do that for you. Everything proving where and how you live in France. This says justificatif de votre domicile et de votre séjour. So you need obviously your lease contract. So just ask your proprio about your contrat de location, so your documents of your lease. Wow. Your 3 last quittances de loyer. So once again, you can ask your proprio about this, but these are the 3 documents just stating that you've been paying your rent for the 3 past months. Either you have your last telephone or internet facture, so just go to, for me it was really easy to do my electricity statement that I paid, and I just went on EDF, so people who live in France know it's like an energy company here, and I just printed all the documents that I could out. I just went all out and I printed everything that I have on that just so they know that I've been paying and that I've been living here. And if your parents pay for the place that you live, if someone else is paying for it, you also need the visa or the carte de séjour of those people who are helping you stay in the apartment. This is where it's interesting. This is everything concerning your income and hurrah, the taxes. Which taxes are so expensive. Based on your situation, you have different ways of declaring your taxes in France. As I work for a company, I'm considered as a salarié, which means I'm someone who works and employed. Let's wait for the siren to go through. For me, I need the 3 last years of my certificate of work, so my employer and my contract with my employer, or anything any contract that I have with my company or with my employer. The contract of your employer that is effective as of right now, stating your salary, when you started in your company, and the type of post that you occupy. You need your last 3 months of the bulletin de salaire, so the 3 months of your pay. So in France, we get paid once a month at the end of the month, so you need those 3. Avis d'imposition sur les 3 dernières années. So what that means in English is that you need, for the past 3 years, proof that you've paid your taxes. Salary, proof of salary for the past 3 years as well. So everything, is 3 years. Just make sure you have everything for 3 years. Finally, this is the document that I'm still waiting on because every arrondissement in Paris is different, but it's just taking forever. It's the bordereau, the situation fiscale modèle. It just proves that each year for the arrondissement which you live in, you've been paying your taxes. So if you have not passed your French exam, this is where you need to put in some work. For the French government to give you a French passport, you need to prove that you're fluent in French. You just have to go take a French exam that's certified by the government, proving that you can speak in French society and that you speak French, basically. So that's the diploma that you need to have. Well, if you're paxed or if you're married, you have to provide everything, all of the documents of the apostille that you got married, everything to prove that you're married. If you were paxed, you need to prove that you were paxed. So usually the prefecture that you're in gives you all this information and documents when you're paxed, and these guys ask for the originals, so make sure you have them somewhere. I think I said everything. So if you lived in France for less than 10 years, you do need an FBI check, so that's when they take your fingerprints. If you can't go to the United States, and right now I know that going back to the US is hard and there's COVID and all this stuff, you can go to on the French on the French website of the police, you have some addresses for people who take your fingerprints here and who could send them to the biometric services in the United States. So you can do that. If you're in the States and you can do it because it's cheaper and easier and faster. Much faster. Here, if you were divorced or a widow, you would need those documents. If you have kids, you would also need all the documents proving that you have kids, all of that good stuff. And if you were a veteran or if you were in the war, you would have to prove this as well. So these things you also need. I'm super happy to become French. I hope that, I passed the exam. Oh, what happens next? Totally forgot to tell you that. When you send in everything by mail, you get a response by mail, again by mail, saying that they have everything, and they're asking you any other documents that might be missing. If you don't get a response in 4 months, consider that you have to reapply again. The waiting usually for a passport is 1 year and 6 months. So during this time, you have to stay in France. You cannot leave, and just enjoy. Just try to enjoy the French administration. Just try to enjoy Paris. Just try to enjoy France. I mean, it's a beautiful country, so try to enjoy that. Once you get that, they'll ask you for anything else you need. Then they will give you a date for when you come in and take your oral exam. With that, they will give you a little livret de citoyen. So what that means is a citizen book. And in mine, it was really funny. You have to know all of the history of France, the prime ministers, the French Revolution. You have to know wine and cheese. I thought it was a joke, but the guy in the police was like, yeah, you have to know some of that stuff. So, spirit of France, wine, and cheese. Marseillaise is the French anthem, of course, so I don't know that yet. I have to learn. And yeah, it's also this booklet is also available even right now on the French website, and you can download it and have a look. You take the oral exam. I tell you if you pass, and then I believe you get your passport in the mail. So it's a long process. I think the hardest point is just getting all these documents and putting them in one file and sending them and making sure that you don't miss anything. So yeah, but good luck to all of you. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments down below. As I'm doing this too, I'm struggling as well, so if anyone is in it together with me, I'm more than happy to share your experiences. If I missed anything, if I didn't say something correctly, I'd love to know because I'm also applying, so shoot that down below as well, and enjoy the process. I hope that this video is informative. If you guys liked it, make sure to subscribe. subscribe, there we go, to my channel. Subscribe, like, share with those who are applying for your French passport. If you are into yoga and you want to practice and flow with me, I teach yoga in Paris every Saturday morning. I also teach on this channel, so you'll find super cool videos. And yeah, grab your mat, come flow, and check out some French culture. See you next time, guys. Bye.